gotta go. Yeah, I'll call you back. I'm with that realtor lady.
Welcome to The Realtor Lady. I'm Michele Replogle. Today I want to talk about pre-sale considerations and what are those. Our current market here in Santa Cruz County, and I believe a lot of areas, including Northern California and Oregon, because I've been up there as well, a lot of the negotiation is happening right up front, almost before you go into contract. But really what you need to understand is pre-sale considerations. So what I mean by that is you've worked hard, you've picked out your agent, you've filled out all the paperwork, and you're just rolling along, and there are a lot of details that didn't quite make it in that checklist in your brain about how you wanted things to play out. One of them is, do you need time after you close escrow to move? Do you have a moving company? Do you know where you're going to move to? What are you taking? Are you taking the washer and dryer? Is that your beloved refrigerator and you just want to take it everywhere you go? There's a pot shaped like a cat or a rabbit in your front yard, and you want to take that pot, or it's ugly and you don't want to take it. These are things you really need to consider. And I understand there's a lot of details, but you got to know that when the contract comes along, especially in our area when there's multiple offers, that buyer is going to come along and they're going to want to see all the disclosures. That means the inspections. So yes, up front are pest and termite inspections and home inspections, and if need be, a roof inspection. Those inspections are done beforehand, because once you're in contract, that's pretty much done. And you want to make sure you have everything thought out before you get there. That way, when you go into contract, there's not that, but wait, I wanted that washer and dryer, or wait, I wanted that shelf that's screwed to the wall, which normally would stay. So I am asking you to think about, when you're selling, what things do you want to stay? What things do you want to leave? Ask the realtor to please do everything that they can up front. That way, once you get that buyer, all they're really going to do at that point is go get their loan, and then they're going to purchase the home. So you want to make sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. Next up, buyers. Same thing, only on the other side. Make sure when you get the disclosures, you read them. And even if you read them upside down, you don't know what they mean, that's okay. Ask your realtor. If you don't have your questions answered, ask who wrote the report, and if you can talk with them and see if they'll get you the answers. Because again, once you're in contract, more than likely, without a physical contingency, you may not have the room to go back and tell the seller, you know what, this house has more going on about it that we're not okay with, and we're just not comfortable, and we don't want to move forward. That area of physical inspection and due diligence on a property after it's in contract is going away. It's just getting negotiated out of contracts right and left. So how do you fix that? You do all the homework up front. I have ways to get information on properties that can help with that. Also, same thing on your side. Do they have a lot of personal items that you're fearful they might leave behind? Make sure you're right up front, out of the gate. I want this stuff removed. Last summer, I had a buyer. I was showing them the property and they liked it, and we had a really good shot at it. And I said, hey, we need to tell the seller that this washer, dryer, refrigerator needs to go. I mean, the refrigerator was old. I mean, Flintstone era. I'm telling you, this thing was old. But the metal on it was probably worth a lot. And we went in and we just said, hey, we'd like the place. We gave them a full price offer, and we just said, but you've got to remove these items. And they were okay with it. You know why? They knew up front what they were dealing with. We had a clear communication of wants and needs right up front, and we were done. The other thing is if you think the seller needs to leave those items or that seller needs to leave them behind, it's going to be too hard for them. They're moving across country. They don't need an old washer and dryer refrigerator. Just say, hey, just go ahead and leave them if you need, and we will take care of them. Hauling those away are really not a big deal. So those are pre-sale considerations that you need to know. It's important because once you get into contract, those negotiations, those asides, those wants, they're just not there anymore as a negotiation point, or even sometimes as a point of, can you even ask the buyer or the seller to do that thing? I had a seller who would not talk with me about the fountains on their patio. They just would not talk about them with me. And I said, these guys are going to want these fountains. You need to tell them. And they said, no, we're going to worry about it later. We're going to talk to them, because they were having meetings with these buyers. Well, at the end, those buyers would not let them have those fountains. So again, get those kind of considerations, especially stuff that has sentimental value to you. Get that prepared, get it detailed, make a list. If you can't do it, have a family member come over and help you put that list together. But make sure you hammer all that out before you go on the market, or more importantly, before you accept an offer from buyers, before you accept the offer back from the seller. Make sure you're clear with all the other items that are kind of on the side when you get really excited about price and actually getting the house, and for sellers, the price and selling the house. So anyway, Michele Replogle, the Realtor Lady. Love to talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Hey, thank you for listening. If you want to talk more, find me on livethesantacruzlife.com, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or give me a call. My number's in the show notes. Love to hear from you.